So today I have a tool in this box that in theory should really help you in a few different ways. It's not a tool that you're gonna find at Lowe's. It's not a tool that you're gonna find at the Home Depot. It's one of those cool tools that I don't always bring to the channel because it's sort of niche, but at the same time, for those that could use something like this, you might think that it's real nice like. But before I do open up this box and tell you what's inside, I wanna say welcome back, Bobby. It's good to have you back behind the camera. Are you excited about what's in the box?
I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Think maybe you could be a little bit more energetic?
I mean, if that's what you want, I guess.
All right, so what I do have in here is actually pretty cool, I'm hoping. And if you're lifting anything heavy, if you're trying to get things up the stairs, well, when you're pulling up on a dolly, you're blowing your back out, it's heavy and it sucks. But I did this video about the one that had these tank tracks on it, and some people loved it and some people didn't. They said, oh, you should get one of these dollies that climb the steps, like literally climb, to have feet on the dolly. So I don't know if the company's seen those comments after they watched that video and are like, hey, maybe we'll send this over for him to test out. Now they did send this over. I'm not being paid in any way. They have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not showing them the video beforehand. I might love this thing, I might hate this thing, but either way, you're gonna get a review. We're gonna set this thing up. I'm gonna open up the box. We're gonna talk about whether or not this powered electric dolly is good or not good. Now I do want to let you know this thing arrived on the porch the other day, and it's not like crazy heavy, but it's not really light either. And it's like the chicken and the egg thing. I needed a dolly to move this thing around. So this is the dolly that I'm usually using right here. This is just like a mobile hand cart, hand truck, whatever you want to call it. But you're using your back, you're using your legs. It's all human power that's pushing this thing around. One of the things that I don't like right off the bat is, well, they have the straps here, and it's not the company's fault, I don't think. I think maybe it's the shipping, but man, these straps are really dug in deep on this box. So hopefully there's no damage or some gouges on the other side. But I say we just open this bad boy up and see what we're gonna get on the inside of it. So it looks like the name of the company on the side of the box is XSTO. Now, in case you're wondering where this is made from, it says really big on the side, made in China. Bobby, are you a little bit excited about this?
Gotta go to the bathroom.
You are a tough one, Bobby. Now, as mentioned, I don't know if this thing's gonna work good, great, bad, horrible, whatever. I'm hoping it works good. I'm guessing this is gonna be a battery charger in here and a battery in here. But, you know, something like this can really help people out. And I'll explain to you a little bit more why that is in the video. But you got some wheels here, and they do look to be pneumatic. Okay, let me pull this thing out. I need a dolly to get out the dolly. Yep, just like I was saying, there are some parts here. Oh, it's two giant bolts, so this must be for the wheels, I'm guessing. So just telling you straight out, this thing is not light. This thing is pretty freaking heavy, which is a good thing and a bad thing maybe. I don't know, we'll test it out, we'll move some stuff around with it. But all in all, it's built solid, which I'm happy about that. All right, so you're gonna get the operating manual. You're gonna get some wires, which we gotta figure out what that's all about. Some more wires. Looks like an on and off switch. I don't know if these are spare parts or what's going on here. Got a charging cable. Got the screwdriver. Got some Allen wrenches. Looks like you got some extra wheels. Wow, I'm surprised about this. We'll talk about this here in a bit. And you also get a strap with the tool. So it looks to be that you're gonna plug this in right here, then this is going to plug into the hand truck or dolly, whatever it is you call it. This is very strange, Bobby. I'm perplexed. You wanna know why?
I guess.
I've never seen this before. I think this is a good thing, or it could be like a bad thing, but let me explain. I'm looking at these bags here and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I really am gonna have to put all this stuff together. There's a lot of electrical wires in here. There's a lot of switches, on-off switches. There's a meter right here for the battery life that we were talking about. And there's like an on and off button here. There's some fuses in this bag right here, Bobby. But it looks to be all extra stuff. And what I mean by that, Bobby, is I was telling you we had the extra wheels. They give you a lot of extra parts in case something happens to this. So if you're out on the job and something breaks, you're able to replace it with these extra parts, which is, I've never seen that before. Like usually what happens is when you end up buying something and it breaks, well, you're out of luck. And then you have to order the parts and then hopefully they come in on time. But in the meantime, your tool is down and you're not able to use it. They give you all the extra buttons and all the extra parts. And I mean, that's cool, I think. So it looks to me that the only thing we really need to install are the wheels on this. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let me show you this, Bobby. Look at this wheel. All right, so these are the freaking bolts. These bolts are massive. They are massive. Plastic, you know, inners, but pneumatic. Feels like they're inflated, so let's install them. So this seems to be pretty straightforward, Bobby. You're gonna have your air stem right here. So this is gonna go on the outside, obviously. And you're gonna load that up like such. And then this giant bolt, and you have a spacer on there. I mean, this is a massive freaking bolt. Was not expecting that, so that's a good thing. I mean, look at this thing. The instructions, they're not great. And what I mean by the instructions not being great, what am I reading here? It says install the tire. I mean, the pictures are just dark. It looked like they were copied like 300 different times and then just thrown in this book. So not the best. I think we might be on our own, Bobby.
I'm getting hungry.
This is a 1 1/4 inch impact rated socket. Yeah, I snug these down really good. Like there's no wobble in the wheel, and that spacer works really good. So I think we're pretty much ready to go here. This is gonna be your cart here, and that's gonna be metal. Pretty nice thickness on here, probably 1/8 of an inch. Good for what it is. All right, so attached to this, you have some instructions with pictures. It says, install the fuse on the battery pack. I don't see this up on the top, so I'm guessing it's gonna be on the bottom, which is kind of a pain in the butt. So as mentioned, you get this bag here, and you get not 1, not 2, not 3, but you get 4 fuses in this bag, Bobby, with all those extra parts. So let's see if we can pop one of those in there. They do give you the screwdriver in the bag, so they give you pretty much everything you need. It looks like the screw comes out. Yep, there it is. Okay, there you go. So that goes in like such. We're gonna put this back in like such and screw it back in, I guess. All right, so this entire thing is your battery, and how you charge this is underneath as well. You're gonna take your charging brick like we had, and you plug that in. All right, so let's go ahead and plug this thing in. So plug that thing in. Does it lock in there? Nope. So you just plug it in like such. There you go, this thing should be charging up, and let's set this thing back up now. Oh, I'm on the charging brick. All right, so this is the battery indicator, and you got your power button right here. So we're gonna flip this on and see if this thing is working. You can see that it does flip on, and we're at 68.4%. We're at 48.9 volts. So it tells you how much life and what voltage you have here, how much more you have to charge, then how much you use. So you're green, you're good, red, not so good. And which, by the way, they give you an extra one of those buttons just in case that breaks. I've never seen a company give you so many spare parts. I like that, but at the same time, I'm like, why are they giving you so many spare parts? All right, so on the back side here, you do have a couple screws that you can adjust, loosen up, tighten, and then I can adjust this up like that if I want, and bring it back down. Can this come all the way out? Curious? Okay, so it locks in. Okay, so no, you can't. So that's good. And then what you can do is you just tighten this back down again if you need this thing to be up a little bit higher, and then you just screw these back down. Now, that's cool and all. Problem is, I would have liked to have seen some divots or some pre-drilled holes so this thing like absolutely doesn't move on you. And it doesn't look like it's gonna go anywhere. I mean, it's solid. I don't know, in my head, I say to myself, I would have liked to have seen some pre-drilled holes here so these screws have something to go into and give it a little bit extra support. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. We'll test it out. I don't know, Bobby, that's really about it. I say we test it. We're at 73% charge now. So this thing is moving pretty good on the charge. And I say we just start moving this thing around, see how it operates. All right, so we got to remove the charging cord from that. Pretty easy to do. And now we got these wheels out of the way of the casters. These do not swivel. Okay, these are just for climbing stairs. Let's see how it is when it comes to actually moving this thing under its own power, under our own power. There's really nothing to like, other than using these. You would have to use these to really get this thing back, I guess. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, they're not gonna go anywhere. They're locked under the motor. So if you want, you have to adjust them like this and then push down in the back to get this thing up so you can wheel this thing around. There is one thing that's just destroying my OCD right now though, Bobby. Do you know what it is?
I mean, I guess it could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, this is off a little bit. So this is not directly in the middle of this rail. Like if you look at this, right before this starts to bend, you're at 2 inches. And then over here, you're at like 3 inches. So that just throwing me off a little bit. All right, so let's move this thing here and we'll try messing around with the power mode and how it does. I mean, it's smooth. They've got the larger pneumatic wheels on it, so that's pretty real nice like. I ain't hearing no squeaking. All right, I got a mess going on over here, but it ain't a big deal. So this is what we're looking at right here. I want to see these things move. So if I were to hit this button underneath the handle, what's it gonna do? All right, so here we go. So this looks like this is going to, so this is supposed to catch the steps. See how that's doing that? Right here. I'm lifting this up. So that's gonna catch the steps and it's gonna go up 1 step and then drop it and catch the other step. At least that's how it's supposed to work. Interesting. And then when I have a double red light on this over here, these switches, it's gonna switch a direction of which way these things go. So if I wanna go up the steps or down the steps, it depends on which way I have these locked in. So now that I changed the lights, these should go the opposite way. Yep, there you go. So it's going the opposite way now. So what I'm curious about is to how this actually works. So I just bring this up, I guess, to the step, and we're gonna try to have it kind of flip-de-doo up the steps. So we'll try it, and then we'll end up putting some weight on this thing. I find this to be quite interesting. All right, I hope this works. So we're gonna pull this up. We're gonna go down. I'm hitting the button. You can see that I'm up next to the back of the step, and that should bring it up. So let's see here, hold on. All right, it grabs that. Oh, okay. All right, let me do this again. So we're gonna bring this. I've never used one of these before. Don't judge me. So you want the top bar to catch the step and then just pull back at the same time. So bring this back. This is gonna go like this. Boom. That's awesome. All right, so this is how it goes. I'm gonna lean this up against the step and you have to assist this at the same time. So I'm gonna bring this, I'm gonna push the button, it's gonna load it up. And then you can like chill out a little bit, bring this back down. You don't have to go crazy fast. Bring it like this. Oh, that is wild. And then again, to bring this back down the stairs, you're just gonna bring this back, you're gonna hit the button, and then it'll lock in like that. And you're just bringing it, you can hit the button and it'll stop. You go real slow if you want. That is wild. Okay, bring this back down. Look, boom, boom. Oh man, and then the wheels help assist that. That is legit. Bring it right back up one more time. So you gotta come over here and hit this button, change it to green, there you go. Okay, bring it up. See those casters hit up against the steps, pull back on it, boom. You can go slow if you want. Boom. Wow, that is cool. So a strap does come with this thing. It's a specialized strap just for the dolly, the hand truck, whatever you want to call it. So it's gonna go on like this, it looks like. Boom. Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. And kind of bring this over here. That goes like boom, like this. And then it's gonna be a quick release type of deal. Just gonna bring that in like such. Now this is a pull tight only, so it's not gonna get like crazy super tight. However, you can use whatever strap you want to on this thing. But let's bring this thing up now. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring my, right here, those wheels right up to the steps. I'm gonna make sure that I have my lights both green because I'm going up the steps. That's cool. Yeah, and then what's cool about this is that the wheels line right up to the next step. That is wild. You can go nice and easy with it. And if I wanted to go back down, again, I'm just gonna click this. Now we should be going down with it. You too, thanks. Now, I will point out that I feel that these casters are a little bit too small. There's other models out on the market that have larger casters that will add more weight and bulkiness to the machine. However, I do wish there was a little bit more grab when it came to this unit. That said, the thing is working fine, not having any issues with it. You're just gonna have to get used to it. And I'm literally lifting this up with one hand. That's it. And that, my friends, is pretty real nice. And then, of course, if you wanted more leverage, you can always adjust this handle up, and it's gonna give you a little bit more oomph up here, so you're not going like this. So this thing works really, really well. And remember, to adjust everything, you're just gonna push these buttons up on top. You just hold it in for a second, hold it in for a second. Those are gonna switch to 2 red lights, and then you hit it again. That's gonna switch to green. That's gonna switch to green. Now, as far as it goes with the casters, they're fine. They're like a hard rubber or a poly of some sort, like a plastic maybe. But there's some marring, but not a big deal. They should last you a pretty good amount of time, even on the concretus. And you know, if you're going up staffs, especially with like carpeting and stuff, but they do give you a lot of different replacements here. They give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 casters. So they give you 8 more to replace if you need to. And then this light down here, this does a couple different things. So if there's an error code, it's gonna read the error code and you can fix it. Or it's also a step counter. It does a couple different things when it comes to giving you information. And again, you can, yes, 100% use this as a regular dolly. So I'm just gonna pull down on this. And if I go out into the grass, follow me, Bobby. You have the larger pneumatics on the back. So that's gonna allow you to push this if you need to. So I really do like that. And as mentioned, I mean, this thing is pretty easy to move around, even in just like manual mode. So climbing the steps, this thing is legit. It's pretty heavy. When I say heavy, like this one right here is much lighter, but this one doesn't have a motor and all that stuff. You can see the size of it. This is your basic one that you would get at Home Depot or Lowe's. And the real problem with one of these is when you get to a step, a lot of times these steps have lips on the bottom. And when you try to pull up, it gets stuck. So now you're really using your lower back to pull up, and this is where a lot of injuries happen. With this, it's able to just climb those steps, and it uses that lip to move this up by itself. So huge, huge improvement over something like this. However, you're still gonna be paying a little bit for this. The price for it is right there. I'll put this in the cart if I can find it, attached to the description or the shopping bag attached to this video. I mean, is this motorized hand cart, hand truck, dolly, whatever you want to call it? Is it for everybody? No, definitely not. But is it for some? Yeah, absolutely. I do think there are a couple things I'm like, you know, I don't like how you have to put the fuse up underneath and you have to plug it in up underneath. Those are nitpicks and all that. I do wish these had some positive detents on there. But other than that, it worked really well. You're gonna have to get used to it at first. You're gonna have to mess around with this thing. But as far as it goes with build quality, legit, like pretty heavy duty. I think once you get used to how this thing goes up the steps, down the steps, I think it's gonna make your life a lot easier, especially if you're somebody that moves stuff a lot, or if you're going out and helping people all the time moving, if you're a professional. I don't know what you do, I'm just telling you, if you're somebody that is constantly going up and down steps carrying stuff, this might come in very, very handy for somebody like that. I do appreciate that they give you extra spare parts in case something happens. Nobody wants to be out on the job and get stuck. You carry those with you or throw them in your toolbox or whatever it is you do. Throw them in the garage and you're gonna have a spare part down the road if something ever happens. But I wanna know what you think. Leave me that sweet comment in the comment section below. Is this something that you would use or nah? Let me ask you, what do you think, Bobby?
I think it's gotta be getting pretty close to lunch.
Yeah? Yeah, Bobby. Yes, it's lunch break, Bobby.